one out. See you, my team. Get that ring. Well. Rob, you came in just in time because we are online. Oh, Jesus. I'm telling you, we have, boy, NBA playoffs ain't disappoint nobody. NBA playoffs ain't disappoint nobody. But we here and we live. Rob, good job for coming in just in time. We are here. Good evening. Good evening. Hold on. I got something to say. Hold on. I got something to say. Hey, good evening. Good evening. Hey. Good evening. What y'all doing? Hey, look, you see that? You see that?
Yeah, throw that away. Throw that away. Go ahead, throw that away. There you go.
Oh, God. This is. I need some sanitizer after that one. Good evening. Welcome to another weekly episode of the Chefrazzi Report. I know we're on here hour late, but I just got off of work. I literally went ahead and took a Ricky car wash, better known as a 5 quick minute shower, and I came out and I'm here. Thank God I got the thing set up so we were good to go. So let's go. Hey, you know what? Let's go with the champion first. El Champion and the First Lady. Hey guys, good evening. How y'all doing?
Good. We're great. We're great. It's been a great day today. I mean, long day at work, but hey. What better way to enjoy our 6-month anniversary with each other at home, watching the game and having drinks.
And last but not least, being on the Chefrazzi Report, that's all more important too. So God bless y'all. First of all, congratulations on y'all 6-month anniversary on the behalf of myself. Congratulations on behalf of the Chefrazzi Report. I've been with y'all for the whole 6-month ride, and I must say I commend y'all and I love y'all like my own fucking family. Y'all should know that any damn way by now. So anybody try and come in between y'all too, somebody will get a bullet in between their brains, and I'm not being. Yes, I said that. Anybody try and come between my brother and my sister will get 2 shots in their brain. Yes. Oh, so wifey, sister girl, good evening. How you doing?
Good evening.
I mean, he said he tried to pull the bullet, so you might as well just go ahead and just let the whole clip go.
And just understand, I'm following it up with the same one.
See? And she probably got a machine.
Lone Wolf University. How the dean? How is it going? How is it going in the university? How we doing? How we doing in the university?
Right on cue.
Sound like it's good. Sound like it's a good day.
Looks like, especially in the baseball world, like he's been doing well.
Hey, I must say, today, by the way, Lone Wolf, you were almost successful to complete a full parlay of an upset, but he was 5-2 today. So you were 4-2 today. So I'll give you credit for that. He got 4 underdogs, right? So I can give him that 4-2. He good. Not too bad for the round robin department, but good job. And by the way, you took an underdog today, I heard, which we will be talking about in the near couple minutes. We will get right to the show. Let us start. Where else are we going to start, ladies and gentlemen, other than the hard top. We will start on the hard top. We will recap game ones that happened on Saturday and on Sunday. So let us begin and talk and recap to the people. I know some people, everyone have watched it, but of course we will recap it in all little way. So let's start with the first one that happened on Saturday, which was very, very shameful for some. Sister, I'm gonna turn this one to you. You got this one. First crack for you.
Okay.
What happened to the Brooklyn Nets?
You should have known if he was going to do that. He was going to start with you.
I knew.
You should have known. Okay. You got excited and everything. You was like, ooh, what about
okay,
you?
Hold on. How we doing? How you doing it?
Yep. Take a sip before you talk.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Take a sip.
No, take a sip. Better yet, come closer so the people can see you.
That's what, look. Why you think I turned the light on?
Yes, you need to be closer. Yeah. You won't be all over there.
The closer I get to you.
Yes.
Come on,
we are family. We gotta talk about this. Well, I'm gonna turn it to you for another one, but we're gonna start with the
No. Let me address this so we ain't gotta address this bullshit no more.
Lord, first time she went ahead on filter. Jesus.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm bringing it.
I have turned my attention on on the Brooklyn Nets. This is my attention. Orange and blue sky. Orange and blue sky. It's a distraction, a scheme, a setup.
Not for you.
I don't care about. Listen, I already know how this is going to end up.
Yeah.
I will, but we had this conversation
earlier.
Hold
on. You know, y'all been the king of props. Not yet.
Uh-oh.
As a matter of fact, I was waiting to bring this prop out to the forefront. You know, I really didn't want to bring this prop yet, because I didn't expect for any of this to happen. But I am having a very funny feeling for some series that we might have to do a little bit. Now this.
Go to hell.
We gotta do this. Hey, look, I was not expecting to bring this prop yet.
Go put that prop in. Listen, don't make me tell you to shove it. Go put that prop down.
You can't tell me to shove it after what? Hey, honey, we are realist people in the Chefrazzi report.
Right, and so we had this conversation earlier.
We did, yeah.
And what did I say? You said, what you think about your team? I said, well, I will never bet against them.
Mm-hmm.
Did I or did I not, right? I never bet against my team. I would rather what? Not bet at all than bet against my team. So in the words of me, I just chose not to bet at all.
Good job of your choosing.
Listen, but I don't think we're gonna get swept. But I do think
you don't think you're gonna see this?
Not 4 straight. It'll be a gentleman's sweep.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not saying, but after what I saw, okay, hey,
but the same thing is going to apply to the 76ers. Like I said, the same. Remember, we also said this. I said there's some teams I'm concerned about, and I told you it was the Bucks, the 76ers, because they have injury. They are injury-ridden teams, and they have issues with injuries, and it's with their bigs, right? What happened today? I know we'll talk about it here in a minute. What happened to Giannis today? Right?
We will get to that.
Right.
In the words of my friend, Tranquilo.
Hold up. And in between me and you, I called that earlier too.
Okay. So let me go ahead and turn it over to the husband, because you sound like you were giving me a soliloquy. El Champion, Mr. Rob.
I don't think the broom is for them. That's for another team we're going to discuss.
I think I understand who, but we don't need. So we're not going to discuss this in this series.
No, not in this series.
No,
they're going to. I'm going to tell you this right now.
We're going to 6.
No, I don't even say 6. I say 5. They're going to get. Yeah, they're not going to get one in Philly. They're going to get one in Brooklyn. They're going to get one at home. That's that. The one thing about the road teams, unless you have like a dominant road record, your bench players are not going to show up on the road. Philly's bench is not going to show up on the road. They're going to show up at home at least once.
I can't believe they whooping them like this.
So they'll show up in Brooklyn.
We'll talk about that. Tranquilo. We will get
that'll
there.
be my one only time, but yeah, that Philly team, if they continue to play the way they're playing like that, that's a hard team to beat, because Embiid is when Embiid is like that, James Harden is on his game. You saw how now the value of course, PJ is, especially when it comes to offensive rebounds, because no matter what his size is, he finds a way to get rebounds over bigs. Tobias is playing his role. Maxey is starting now, so that makes it even better on him, because he's a better starter than he is on the bench. So that gives James Harden actually to go back to being either his old self as a 2 sometimes, or he can still be that dominant point. So like I said, if they continue this formula and Embiid continues to be himself, the Sixers are going to be a hard team to beat. Brooklyn, like I said, they'll get one, but that's as far as we're going.
I'm saying 6, and that's me. This is me on my own team. I'm saying 6. And I'm gonna say this: it is impendent on who can stay healthy.
Well, Lone Wolf, what say you on this series?
Thank you. Give that olive oil out for them.
Do I need to go ahead and tell the people of the sponsorship?
Yes, you always. We might have new people.
As soon as he put the prop out, y'all know it's coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, the following ass whooping that the Philadelphia 76ers gave to the unfortunate Brooklyn Nets. With James Harden outstanding. Hey, turn it back on. Hey, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No.
Don't run. Don't you run. Bring that ass back here.
Take the shame. By the way, before I was really interrupted, that Philadelphia 76ers ass whooping, including James Harden, 13 assists and 7 threes, has been brought to you by the good loving people of Olive Oil.
Extra virgin.
For the
that's
people
all.
And that's not all. That's not all.
Oh.
Is that peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
That's disgusting.
Because y'all have Butterfingers. I need some chicken. Wait a minute, what is that?
Jelly.
Okay. So peanut butter and jelly is the new sponsorship, and I will ask Lone Wolf explain what.
Oh God, and a banana.
God. So Lone Wolf, explain what did you sign this series that have all those props?
Well, this is called peanut butter and jelly. You just need a bread to make an asshole sandwich. But unfortunately, the Brooklyn Nets was the break. So they were the asshole sandwich.
Don't look. Hold on. Don't look at me like this. See, this is what happens when you talk that trash about my Broncos that one time, and you sung that song, and this is all. I had the song and all my stuff played out, and then you just want to just kept egging it on and egging it on. Well, no, this ain't about me today. Today is about you and your Brooklyn Nets.
Well,
continue.
Remember, we're not in the playoffs.
Nope.
Remember that.
We're not.
And this banana, well, I'll let you do the math. I'll let you use that imagination. Unfortunately, they got plugged in real bad. Let me explain this to you guys. See, this is what happens. Well, Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn. See, how can I definitely put it this way? It's going to be a gentleman's sweep. Not really. Because somewhere down the road, y'all going to fuck up in game 3. You're going to fuck up. I can see it coming. Chef, bring that broom back out again, please.
Oh.
Just go ahead and bring that broom out.
Oh, you have the broom for them?
That?
I do. See,
well, please, I'll let you continue why you see this.
See that broom right there, Ashley? That's for your team. But that's not all for your team. See, I also got something special for you and the Brooklyn Nets. But while it's warming up, James Harden do with James Harden. If he can stay the same way like you say, Rob, he'll be better. But now, to sum it up, hold on. Ashley, on behalf of me.
Oh, no, I don't even want to hear what coming.
You have more props?
Oh, he got another prop.
No.
No.
See, this is for you, Ashley, and the Brooklyn Nets. And it's from me to you. Have at it.
All I'm trying to say is, sleep around your before you try to sleep around.
Put goddamn hands down. What the fuck? He got me cussing on live. See, my bad, y'all.
You've been cussing since you first started, so don't blame us.
You said it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. Nah. The reason, if I was Philly, I would get this over with right now, especially if you got a 3-0 lead. Because I know how Doc Rivers operate when he had a 3-1 lead. It don't look good. But I got other props for you, but don't worry. I think your Brooklyn Nets, they had a good run. You can scoop. Scoop.
Well, here's my thought. James Harden had a lot of times where he's choked in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So as of game 1 for James Harden, if I was to give him a letter grade, he definitely get an A for my book. A+. So 7 threes I didn't see coming either. You crazy ass. You went back to your Houston days? Damn you. He stayed like that. You're right, Rob. They're going to be a tough out.
Oh, yeah.
Tough. Especially with the shit that going on. Like Sister Girl down there saying. Matter of fact, can I move on to a team that I really think gonna get this? Sister Girl, I'm gonna turn it over to you. How them Boston Celtics look?
I'll answer that one like they look when they played against us when we saw them.
Strong. They strong.
him hands right and left hand strong.
Real strong. And so, yeah, I think that the song that you tried to dedicate to my Brooklyn Nets, you should play it even louder.
Why, I have no problem with that.
All I'm trying to say is, sweep around your front door before you try to sweep around mine.
They even need a man pond.
Sweep around your front door.
Is that a pair?
Yep.
But this is what you do.
Look, you should throw some chickens because that's how they look. They ain't hawks. They some chickens. They was some chickens.
Barbecue.
No.
Hey, can I, before y'all give y'all thoughts, can I leave this prop here?
Absolutely.
Coach, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it mostly for this, where we're going to next segment too.
Hey, Antonio.
Sir.
Set yourself up because I need to play your favorite for this. This is how I describe them.
Okay.
You move your props. Move your props. No, move your props.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. That was the Hawks That was the Hawks yesterday. They were just.
Listen, they didn't just get meat. They got double meat, extra bacon, extra cheese, no bread, no veggies, little bit of seasoning, and they got a little hot sauce on it because it was spicy.
They ain't had no damn seasoning.
They got habanero. They got the habanero sauce.
Oh man, no, honey.
With no water.
Honey, they didn't get the habanero.
This is prop night, ladies and gentlemen.
They got the ghost.
They got the ghost.
That's all I was saying. They got ghost pepper last night. They got abused.
Oh, what is that?
Barracuda.
This nigga.
I'm going to bed.
He done found some barracuda. Yeah, Hawks.
Trey.
Nope. This is why
Trey is no longer icy.
No.
He's melted. He's melted.
He's deflated.
Done. See, this is what happens when you lead the league in turnovers. This is what happens when, unfortunately, you're right at 6 foot, and you can't really do.
He ain't no damn 6 foot. That's a lie.
I would say with the shoes on, he is.
He about 5'10".
I said,
here's my thoughts on that one. If Jaylen Brown comes back, well, that's gonna happen. And Ice Trey is no longer his name. His name is Fraud Trey.
Here you go with this fraud stuff.
Well,
no. You know what? I got something better than that.
Run it.
I got something better than that. You know, Skip and Shannon, they had, Skip had a name for him. Oh, Mice Tree. That's his name.
Yeah.
Oh, Mice Tree. Mice Tree. I give my take on it. And you see, I'm here stuck with this damn broom here for this whole segment because Atlanta, as much as you went ahead and beat the damn Miami Heat as much as you did, y'all fraudulent asses that turn over the ball so damn much, y'all going against a top 10 defensive team that all they do for lunch and breakfast is turn over the ball. Marcus Smart, defensive player of the year. He was stealing y'all cookies. Jaylen Brown, supposed to get traded. They better not. Because that motherfucker is a superstar too. That's the only way y'all ass gonna get a title of old Boston. So y'all better keep Jaylen Brown. Cause y'all see what that boy did? You see how the boy did yesterday? Oh, 30 piece. 30 piece. We're not going to talk about my fellow Duke alumni. Oh, Jason Tatum.
J-Tag.
Jason Tatum.
J-Tag.
Hey. You were looking like a little shaky last couple weeks. I found your ass yesterday. Good job. That's how I two supposed to do. 30 piece, 10 rebounds a piece. That's what you are supposed to do. Thank you very much. But I will give something to our unsung hero. That boy that got traded from the Spurs. That man that got traded from the San Antonio Spurs. You gonna show your face, man. Mr. White.
He's a bad man.
That's a bad little boy. Defense, he stink in a good way. Offensively, he stink in a really good way.
Stank. And the thing is, he's just like, when we saw him, I didn't realize he was so tall. He's deceptively tall, and the boy is in that footwork was disgusting.
He's 6'4".
He put some Atlanta chicken on skates yesterday. So Atlanta, stand by.
Delta flight is waiting on you.
Hey, Delta flight waiting on you. And it might be, it probably going to be right there in Atlanta. So don't worry. Y'all get to stay home. Y'all get to stay home in Game 4.
They're at the hub.
Yeah, they get to stay home. They get to stay home and do their little spring cleaning. So don't worry. My fellow Lone Wolf got the song on cue in the next week. Now, let's move on to more other compelling series that is worth talking about, that I can put this away for the rest of this, right?
Maybe. For now.
Oh, don't worry. I said for now, but hey, somebody said orange and blue skies.
Oh, put your hand out. I picked them to win yesterday.
I didn't?
No.
The Knicks?
Not to win the series. I picked them to win the series. You didn't pick them to win yesterday. You picked Cleveland to win yesterday.
No. No, I didn't. When we talked about the bets and stuff.
No, she picked the Knicks to win in 7.
Oh, God. Okay.
She picked the Knicks to win in 7.
Silence in the courtroom. God damn it. Let me set the picture up before we can get to the debateful arguments. Golly. Shit. Okay. Now, Julius Randle, they came back from an ankle injury. Julius Randle came back, did pretty good, almost 20 points at a double-double. But Jalen Brunson, Mavericks, y'all must be ashamed of yourselves for not paying that boy his money.
Could be in the playoffs right now.
They could have been in the playoffs. But they let that boy go to New York, and look what that boy is doing in the playoffs.
With his homeboys.
Man had a 27-point game. He wasn't efficient from 3, but he was efficient from everything else. But one thing I will give. I will let one person in this whole equation be off the hook for the Cleveland Cavaliers before y'all start. And his name, I have been naming him as a superstar because I was the first one on this show that said that this boy is a superstar, and everybody laughed at me like I was some jackass. Who laughing now? Because this man had to put the team on his back had almost a 40-point game and shot 6 threes. His name is Spider-Man Mitchell. I have a few little good-for-nothing bastards that's on my shit list, and I hope y'all could find them for me before I tell them. But y'all is wasting my boy talent. Somebody take it from here before I start cursing.
I'll go. Here you go. Yep. Oh, by the way, I did take the Knicks plus 13 to win to cover. They covered real well. The Knicks look good. I ain't gonna lie. Defensively, they look good. The Cavs, on the other hand, Spider-Man Mitchell, you look good, but I got a bone to pick with some people, particularly by name of Allen and Mobley. Where was y'all at?
Allen was there. Allen was there now. He did have 14 points and 14 rebounds now.
Who, Mobley?
Allen did.
Oh,
no,
Mobley, by the way, he had 8 points and 11 rebounds. But the person that I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Let's face it. I thought if the Brooklyn Nets will play the Cleveland Cavaliers, it would have been a good matchup. Let's just face it. This is a mismatch. This series now a mismatch, the way I see it. I think the Cavs will respond in game 2 and take the series back to the Madison Square Garden 1-1 piece. I think that's going to happen. But somebody needs to help Spider-Man Mitchell to score. He cannot do it by himself. As far as New York goes, Julius Randle will get his, but as long as Brunson and R.J. Barrett are lurking.
And R.J. Barrett didn't even do shit. He only had 7 points.
No. He didn't do well. I think he needs some improvement in game 2. I think he will. If they keep the play up by the way it is, I think Cavs may get bounced out in 5. Possible 6. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it is orange and blue skies in my world because I told you this while I was at work. I said this could be the one. The Knicks might get over. But the one thing about the Knicks have been very good with them all season long. Rebounding. They are one of the top 5 teams in rebounding, and they are the number 1 team in offensive rebounding. That's how they won that game yesterday. The 50-50 balls. What New York is good for. Hard nose work. And when it comes to that game, as gritty as Cleveland is, they ain't the Knicks. Something about that New York style where if it's on, it's on. And they were on yesterday. Now, granted, Brunson had a slow start because he was in foul trouble. But once that third quarter hit, all cylinders. Ready to go. And I give Donovan Mitchell credit. He tried to keep him afloat. But I'll say it for you, and I think this might be the guy you're talking about. Mr. Garland. Mr. Garland. Sir.
Put his ass on blast, please.
Mr. Darius Garland. You're one of the 2 reasons why they lost yesterday. You were an all-star last year. Could have been an all-pro last year. You were one of the reasons why when Donovan Mitchell was looking at the teams, Cleveland was a good spot because you were one of the guys. If Donovan Mitchell was having a subpar game, take over. We've seen you do it. We saw you do it last year in the play-in when you were dropping 40, drop 50. Donovan needs some help. And I know Jared Allen with his 14 points, that was a nice spark. But he needs another guy to at least get 20. And that's where you fall in.
17 ain't gonna cut it, you asshole.
It's either going to be you or the other one who I got a bone with, Mr. Careless Levert. You, sir, you're supposed to be their sixth man. Should be a starter, truthfully. So between you and Garland, one of y'all better step up along with Mobley and Jared Allen, because if this keeps going, I know Babe said Knicks in 7. The more they keep playing like this, the less of an odds I got with them getting into that 7th game. Because I tell you this much, you let New York go home 2-0, you got a problem.
Big problem.
Look, the last thing you need is for both New York teams to have an edge. You don't want Brooklyn to go back home 1-1, and you don't want the Knicks to go back 2-0. Because the last thing you need is for New York City and Brooklyn to be on fire both nights.
Get two boroughs fucked up.
Exactly.
You go right there in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, or you can go downtown in the Madison Square Garden. You're gonna get New York lit. Okay, all right, I got your boy. Sister girl, what you got, sis?
I was distracted.
Orange and blue skies.
Orange and blue skies. The end.
Lonnie, University, what you got?
Well, if you keep going the way it is, Knicks might go to the next round for the first time in since Carmelo Anthony.
90. I thought they said the 90s.
No,
it's in 2000.
Game on the
since the Carmelo Anthony era.
Well, so as I move on, so I'm gonna go ahead and just play one thing real quick. Okay? Just one thing real quick. Before we move on to the next segment, I just gonna say
Fox and Sabonis might be sitting the rest of this one out.
Yes.
Fox and Sabonis might be sitting the rest of this one out.
Light the beam. Light the beam. Yes.
They said it themselves. It's been a trend that a lot of people didn't know. In case you don't know about them, you saw them on display Saturday night. And I'd rather go ahead and let them say their salutations of what they want to say. But I was just going to start the segment by just saying that. Take it away, guys. Let y'all have it.
Thank you.
Ooh, me.
Go ahead.
Light the beam. Light the beam. They're going to the finals. I'm just letting y'all know. I said it. I've been saying this. I really feel like they're gonna go to the Western Conference Finals, and they freaking deserve it. They really do. But they have to continue playing at that pace, and they got to figure out, make the adjustments for Steph. Keep hitting your free. If they keep hitting their free throws, whatchamacallit hit all his free throw. Who was it yesterday?
Monk.
Malik Monk.
All his free throws yesterday.
Tied the record for most free throws in a debut game.
So if you keep at that pace, and this is just all the way across the board, we in the playoffs, right? Y'all need not to be missing this many free throws. Like it's really not acceptable.
So no worse than when Toronto missed all theirs.
Yeah, but that was big baby.
Well, you can thank DeMar DeRozan's daughter for that.
She the real MVP. She apparently she's been offered sponsorships.
Yeah, and they've been having threats coming after her too at the same.
I know they've been having death threats.
That's why. Go ahead, continue.
But shout out to Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox, clutch player of the year. Let's just go ahead and say that.
But that child.
Okay.
That child.
Swiper was swiping. Okay.
Something wrong with that child.
Swiper was swiping.
Something wrong with that child in the fourth quarter. Something. Like, have y'all ever seen a guy this whole season that in the fourth quarter is guaranteed that he is going to light your ass up?
Yeah.
Probably outside of Dame.
And when
not like how Fox been.
But he's ahead in clutch points by how many? Like over 100 points? Over this next person behind him?
Boy, Jesus Christ. He is a problem in the fourth quarter.
He's a problem, and that's the thing. A lot of these teams they're gassed out by the fourth, and it's like it's something with him. It's like that he goes and turns the light switch on. I'm done.
I'm gonna make this very simple because out of everybody out here, I've been the one since the very beginning of the season when they had that kind of crazy start that people were like, "Whoa, it's just early." No, see, when teams have starts like this, they normally continue that pace unless something drastic happens. And when it comes to the Kings, you didn't hear that much about injuries with them outside of maybe Sabonis might have been out for maybe a couple of games, but he came back, resting players, but no real significant injury. This starting lineup they had has been with each other all year long.
Chemistry.
This is why they won the Pacific Division for the first time since 2004. This is the first time. This is the reason why they won their first playoff game since 2006. And this is why I've said it from the beginning. And I told y'all this when I saw this. And I said, put your capital on it. You said they said they're going to the Western Conference Finals.
They're going to the finals.
I've said that. Said that.
They're going to the finals. But I'm just saying, if you want to be ambitious, they're going to the WCF. But if you really want to be, if you really are gritty about it, they're going to the finals. Like,
it ain't the fact that they're being gritty about it. Like I said, when I saw that they were in third place, I saw when they were in second, and their odds were like 30-1 to win the West. I said, take this capital, and I said this on this show. I brought this to y'all attention. I said they have a 25-1 odds to win the West, and they were the number 2 seed for like a good. They were fighting between them and Memphis. I said, put your money on it because out of all the teams, this is the one I have no issue with. They are the number 1 scoring offense in the league. They are the number 3 team when it comes to pace. And when, like you said, when you have the double-double machine and the king of the clutch with role players that can do what they did and continue that pace on the road, by the way, they are the second best road team in the league next to Boston. But when you have that arsenal and then the fact that you have that nostalgia of having played a playoff game in so long, and you got the defending champions in your building, you need to make a statement. It doesn't matter what the statement is. You had to make a statement that night. And that night was very simple. We're not the third seed for no reason.
And I'm just tack on one more thing before you toss it to Lone Wolf. Steph Curry, you cannot hang your head because you had an absolutely great look. You had the best look you could have made, and you took the best shot you could take. And it just didn't measure up for the evening. So, in those clutch moments, they do, they're gonna put they're gonna put their stock on either the Splash Brothers, and now it looks like they're starting to rely a lot more on Jordan Poole as he becomes spicy when he is spicy. But they know you can almost put all their stock and all their capital on either Klay Thompson or Steph Curry. And the comment that Klay had last night after the loss is, "I still got 4 rings."
Well, before he goes, because I won't done yet. My thing when it comes to the Warriors, this was just a game where they just needed to see what Sacramento was all about. They wanted to see what the hype was. Because granted, you play them in the regular season. Yeah, it's nice. But it's different when you're playing in that playoff mode. You're a different animal. Your rotation is shorter. You trust your guys that you need to trust. And they wanted to see who does Sacramento trust in that first game. Because both teams needed it, but Sacramento needed it more to set the tone for the rest of the season, for the rest of the series. And I think it's good for Sacramento to do that. But I think it's also better for the Warriors to see that even with that arsenal that they have, they still were right there in the thick of things. I think also having Gary Payton back fully healthy, I think that was key for them because not only did they got a guy that they can control the ball, but also a good defender as well, what they didn't have in the guards position for the entire season. I think Klay being what he did last night, that was pretty damn good as well. Steph will always be Steph, and Dre is going to always be Dre. But my unsung hero for the Warriors is Kevon Looney. Looney put a clamps on Sabonis that has not been done all year long. Sabonis is a walking double-double no matter what he does.
And he still did it though.
But it was the toughest double-double he had to get. Because normally he would eat that paint up. To be honest with you, let's just be realistic. Sabonis could have had 26 points easy.
Yeah.
If he'd have made his layups and he didn't get hit so much. But now that he knows what kind of physicality he's dealing with the Warriors, he knows what to expect in game 2. I think both teams are going to make good adjustments because both head coaches know each other like the back of their hands. Somebody's going to make an adjustment they've never seen before, and it's going to win them the game. But I like what Sacramento has done. I like what they're going to do. And I hope they keep this up because I have them going to the finals, the Western Conference Finals, and winning the Western Conference Finals. As far as I say they're going to go. Because that's the only team I truly believe that with the chemistry, head coach, and clutch performers, ain't nobody in the West can touch that.
Nope.
I got a bone to pick with Mr. Andrew Wiggins. I understand you came back. I understand you try to get your first demons aside. But dude, this is the playoffs. You've been in this situation before. This is not your first barbecue. Time for you to wake up. Forget about what the baby mama, your current wife or ex-wife, whatever you're doing. Forget that for right now. Your team needs you. You've been gone for 2 months. It's time to rally up. Secondly, whoever say he guards Steph Curry, let me say something to you. Steph Curry is unguardable.
The facts.
That part.
He is unguardable. There is no way. Another person that I see, like as far as the Warrior goes, A little bit of adjustment, they'll be fine. They need to win the road game, and I think they will respond in game 2 with a win, but it's going to be tougher than what it is. As far as DeAndre Fox goes, DeAndre Fox is going to do what DeAndre Fox needs to do, especially in the fourth quarter. If I was the Golden State Warriors, I'll send your best defender in the fourth quarter to neutralize him. Force Malik Monk, and all the rest of them to win. And your best defender is Draymond Green.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put him on them. I won't put Draymond Green on it. Draymond Green that old. He old.
He's not that old, but he's your best defender. Put your best defender on that man in the fourth quarter. Or better yet, get ahead the first 3 quarters by a long shot.
Well, see, here's my problem with that. I think when it comes, you're right. Dre is their best defender, but when it comes to the perimeter, Clay is their best defender, and even with that, if you saw, he put Clay on skates.
Yes,
and it
Lord.
Didn't matter, and it
yes,
didn't
Lord.
even matter.
He didn't.
Like Clay, like it got so bad. Clay, when he got the switch in his legs, he just gave up. He just watched them go. He's like,
That's exactly why you put Draymond Green right on him. Put your Iron Man, put your best defender right on him.
We'll see.
And that's how you may neutralize the Sacramento Kings. But then Golden State will respond in game 2.
Last thing. So the Wiggins thing. I agree to disagree because I feel like with that particular situation in play, yes, we are trying to separate the man from the person, from the professional from the personal. And I don't care if it's been 2 months. When you're dealing with trauma, you can't dictate how long that trauma is going to last for somebody and how it's going to affect them professionally. He just came back. He just got into 5-on-5s and stuff like that. He has not been playing. He has not played a professional game in 2 months. You can't ask him to come back on day 1 when he's supposed to be on minutes to perform like he just left. So it's just not gonna happen. To be honest, I feel like they told him to come back, get your head out the clouds, come make some money, come chill. You know, it might get your head out of things. I don't think that honestly, he should have just sat out the rest of the season. It would have let him get the issues he has in his pocket out the way. I understand your team needs you, but some things are worth going beyond the basket for. And he probably could have used the support from his teammates right now and just sat out the rest of the season, because what he's doing now could potentially be just causing more of a disruption to his teammates. That's just my opinion.
That I agree to disagree as well, because at the end of the day, if this is what he wants to do and he chose to come back on his own terms, you cannot be like, oh, well. The only thing I would have the issue is the fact that, like you said, it's only his first game back in 2 months. I was not even expecting him to really
play that much.
Not even play that much, to be that much of a contribution to the team. But the man had 15 points.
In 16 minutes.
So it was a good moment. But like you said, the issue with the Warriors has always been this issue. They've never had this issue before in their entire run of when it comes to dominance. You've never seen them this horrible on defense. They are in the bottom 20 in defense. Even last year, they were number 1 in defense. They were the number 1 team in defense. Like, even with a slow start, that number 1, like when you're the number 1 rated defensive team, and even though you can't score that much, if you can clamp down on defense, the ball is going to go in a hole one way or another. But if you clamp down the other team and they can't score, and they can't really score that much, but you score enough, that's going to win you a lot of games. That's how Milwaukee has gotten through. Milwaukee's gotten through because they're one of the best defensive teams in the game. Boston has gotten through this because they are the number one defensive team in the league. Defense matters when it comes to playing in the playoffs. It might not matter in the regular season, but playing defense in the regular season carries over in the playoffs.
It wins more titles, that's for sure.
Not that good on defense, they at least try on defense. The Warriors last night was probably the first time I've seen them fully strength try to play defense, and it didn't work. Because no matter what, you still had two guys with 30 points. And one of them was off the bench. So no matter what, defense travels. No matter where you are, no matter who you're playing. And the way that, like they said, the way that they play on the road and the way they play at home is literally like night and day. They are one of the best home teams in the league and one of the worst road teams in the league. And they're in the playoffs. This never happened before.
And
we've never seen this.
And in response to that, interesting segue, and look how it starts in game one, and look where you lost at, no matter how good the game was.
Defense will, as they say, the offense will sell you the tickets, but when it comes to winning a championship, it starts with defense. Starts there.
And my thing is, Golden State is, if y'all trying to go on your way to repeat for a title, but you cannot win on the road, especially now the Kings got one up on you, how you think the Light the Beam Nation gonna go ahead and act in game two?
Just like 50 Cent when he was in his heyday, a fool.
I'm just letting y'all know the Kings is gonna try and get Golden State 2-0 and get them on the neck, but they realize that when you they realize how important it is to destroy Golden State because they got a coach that used to coach for them. So just to let y'all know, the Kings ain't playing. By the way, when they were talking about the odds with the Kings are a 60-1 underdog to win the title.
I smell a good bet.
Nah, you smell it. I smelled it weeks ago. I already took it.
Well, I already said I didn't take them to win the championship. I told you to take them to the NBA Finals.
No,
that I took. Well, I still, for some reason, think the title is going to stay in the East.
Well, I never said that they were going to win it all. But if I manage to be able to get the Kings to the NBA Finals, what a lovely cash out that will be.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just saying.
I got them through the finals, but I don't think they can win the finals.
I didn't say they were going to win the finals. I said they could get to there. Once they get there, I can cash out. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, once they get there, I'm done.
I'm cash out. I'm fine. But let's talk about today, because today might be some interesting shit going on in this playoffs period. So let's talk about today. Game number one on this lovely Sunday that the Lord has made. I threw them over there. I threw them over there this morning in the beginning of the show. I threw it over there. Oh, it's over there. I threw a jersey over there. And I think it was right for me to throw it when I start the show. It was right for me to throw it. So y'all know where I'm going with this. So not LeBron.
No, but I need to put the crown on because he represents.
Not LeBron, which he produced. But we're not talking about him. Not LeBron. Not AD. Because AD did what AD did. No, we're not going to talk about them. Austin Reeves and Ryu Hachimura?
Hachichi!
Oh, man. Hold on a second.
He's going to straight to hell.
What is that?
That's the Chinese music because he's from China. He's from China.
Japanese.
You're going to.
He's from Japanese. He's from Japan.
Well, even worse. You're still going to hell.
Rui.
Ryu Hachimura and Austin Reeves put it on the Memphis Grizzlies. Hachichi, what's wrong with you? Hachichi, what's wrong with you? 29 points? 5 or 6 from 3? What's wrong with you? Huh? Austin Reeves, 23 points? 3 or 5 from 3? What's wrong with you? LeBron, 21 points, 11 rebounds. What's wrong with you? AD, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 5-6 blocks. What in the world is wrong with these Lakers that we've been trying to tell the American public? Watch out for them boys. Nah. Watch out for them boys now. We try to tell y'all, watch out for them Lakers now. Try to tell them.
Try to tell
Lone Wolf, take it away, Lone Wolf.
I'll take it away. See,
I ain't got none. But
that's what Memphis, that's what the Lakers did in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, they gave it all that in the last 2 minutes for sure.
Last 2 minutes. It was so bad. And here's the problem. Here's the X factor. Ja Morant might miss game 2.
Uh-oh.
Yes. See, this is what happens when you miss your enforcer, the Aquaman, Steve Adams, that can clean up the board, get you rebounds.
And his counterpart, Brandon Clark.
Well, I rather trust Aquaman and Brandon Clark.
No, I'm saying that's his counterpart because when he goes on the bench, he's the energy guy and keeps up the rebounding. That's why they've been one of the best teams in rebounding.
Especially in the offensive department.
The offensive department, yeah. But I'm just saying, when it's told
right.
You, rebounds and defense. You want to win a championship, get those 2 things.
Yeah.
And they had it.
Yeah, John Morant did A-OK. He went down with injury. He might miss game 2. And if that happens, let's say if John Morant missed the entire series.
Oh, it's over.
And this ain't the first time either.
Oh, it's over.
Last year, when John Morant went out with an injury, hold on, my camera. When John Morant went out with an injury, what happened?
It was over.
So let's fast forward. If John Morant missed the next 2 to 3 games,
it's over. Yeah. I agree with that. If he missed the next 2 to 3 games, he's right. He's right.
Because the Memphis Grizzlies had no answer for Anthony Davis. Had no answer for LeBron James. Had no answer.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Yeah. Had no answer for Reeves. Had no answer.
That's the real thing.
Konnichiwa.
That's the real thing. Having no answer for LeBron and having no answer for AD, that's normal. Having no answer for Austin Reeves is a problem.
It's a problem because they expect him to go off.
But this
they thought D'Angelo Russell and Schroeder were going to go off. Now Memphis is in trouble with a capital T.
Well, they've been in trouble, but this just adds.
No. They went from bad to worse.
Well, I was looking at this, bro.
So I'm letting you know right now. If Ja Morant missed the next 2 or 3 games, what
are you supposed to? Are you
Steph holding up and what they're singing is this.
All I'm trying to say is, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around
Bye-bye, Memphis. Thanks for coming.
We tried.
See, here's my thing. I don't think you ain't gotta wait till the next 2 games. If they lose the next game and Ja Morant ain't there, they're done. They're gonna be done. There's no way I can see them winning 2 in a row in LA with no Ja and no Steven Adams. I like Desmond Bane. I like Dylan Brooks. I like Triple J. They can't hold a candle between LeBron and AD. They can't. And the one thing about LeBron, and we all know this, once he smells blood,
he's out for it.
You're
out for it.
He's gunning for it, and he already smells it with no Ja Morant. So that's blood already in the water. So you're already screwed right there. So a Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane, remember all that shit talking you were doing in LA when Shannon Sharp was there, and y'all were talking all that mess. Well, now you better back it up even more now, because guess what? Now you guys are the focal points of the team. You ain't got no choice now. You got to score at least 25 apiece to at least be in contention with the Lakers. Because the one thing about the Lakers with this trade, they have been the best Western Conference team since the trade. They've been one of the better defensive teams since the trade, and it shows in the stat. Because if you look at it even overall, and I couldn't believe this, they're in the middle of the pack in defense. That's insane. They were one of the worst defensive teams to start off the year, and they ended up in the middle. So when you have a healthy, like you said, now Ashley did bring this up too, when it came to this series, all about health. And out of all the people who would ever thought it would be Ja's health that could play the pivotal part of the series. And great call, Antonio, about bringing up last year when Memphis had this problem when they played against the Warriors. Split at 2, Ja gets hurt, series is over. Now, this time around, down 1, Ja gets hurt, and you don't have no Steven Adams. Series could still be over. Because now LeBron sees fear. And when LeBron is in that mode, ain't nobody going to go up against him. So, right now, Memphis, my advice for you, you better win game 2 no matter how you got to take it. You need to take it. Because if you got to go down to LA, go to LA down 2 and no Ja and no Steven Adams and no Brandon Clark, I don't care how good Triple J plays. You can't take on LeBron and AD by himself.
Nope.
And shout out to the internet for giving Austin Reeves his flowers. AKA especially Dame Lillard. He even said it himself. My apologies. He's that dude. Austin Reeves, getting ready to get a paycheck, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
They're going to pay him.
Nice.
He ain't paid.
I'm the Lakers. Hate to say this. You already did priority 1 and 2, which is keeping AD and keeping LeBron. Priority 1, keeping Reeves.
Well, I'll say this. I ain't expected for y'all to go ahead and say a sweep. But
it's only compared to if Ja comes back.
That's
If Ja comes back, there's no sweep. If he ain't playing by game 2, or at least by game 3,
dead.
the broom comes out.
But we've had incidents in the next game that could be pivotal, and I mean pivotal, in this whole NBA playoff scenario, movie, whichever you want to call it. A very key, or should I say, top 3 player went down with an injury, and at the end of it, he did not return. And for the troubles of that, Miami steals one in Milwaukee. So I will give y'all a simple question, and then I'll let y'all explain what y'all saw. 1 to 10 means 10 bad, 1 means you're not worried. Concern level for the Bucks after what you saw a few hours ago.
3.
Take it.
I'm not concerned for the Bucks. They just say his X-ray came out negative. They'll play game 2. He'll play game 2 Wednesday. That's a 2-day rest period. For one. On top of that, Bobby Portis Jr. hit a double-double. Drew Holiday hit a double-double. Middleton hit 33 points. Brook Lopez need to hit them points a little more better than that. He's supposed to be Giannis' second in command when it comes to that. When it comes to the big man, so he needs to step up a little more better than that. I'm not concerned about it because Milwaukee been down this road before. Now for the Heat, you need to be concerned because you now have no Tyler Hero. He is done for the series. He may be done for the season because of a broken hand.
4 to 6 weeks.
A broken hand.
Yep.
So there goes your starting point guard.
In comes Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, I doubt he can survive now.
This is where Victor Oladipo needs to come in this series.
And if the Heat want to survive, Oladipo gonna have to come in. Play some or Duncan Robinson, which he did came in.
Yeah, but I need
Robinson is not a point guard though. He's more of a shooting guard.
Yeah, he's more of a shooting guard, but when you need the points, because Jimmy Butler is not gonna do it by himself. Because we've seen how the Jimmy Butler saga began and the Jimmy Butler saga at the end. And if you keep Jimmy Butler in game 3 and game 4, he's going to run out of gas pretty soon.
Like he did in the finals when they played.
He did that in the finals.
He been playing he playing them 40-minute games.
But the difference is he was playing those games when he was still in his early 30s.
Right.
He's in the back end of his 30s. Now you got a little difference.
Now there's a difference.
His 30s.
Here's the difference. Now he's in his 33 years old, 34 years old.
Yeah, that's a different context.
That's different now. If you get into game 3 and game 4, he might run out of gas. Kevin, you can't rely on Kevin Love. He's getting old himself.
36.
Yeah, that gray hair is showing his toll. And
Kyle Lowry just about the same age. He looks
Kyle
like
Lowry 35, 36.
Kill over on the court.
Exactly. So as far as the Heat goes, you still game 1. Okay, cool. But can you repeat the performance? Bam, bam, bam.
That's the key.
Bam, bam.
He's got to hit those. He's got to continue.
Yeah, because
he was the strip. Yeah, he had like 7 assists.
Yeah.
He
got to also got to hit as well.
He got to be consistent. So That's why I'm not worried about the Bucks losing game 1. I think it's still going to be a gentleman's sweep. If Giannis returns in time for game 2, which I think he will, he just need 2 days of rest period. And let's face it, that he has no answer for Bobby Portis Jr. No answer for Bobby Portis Jr. That may be your unsung hero. He was your unsung hero when you won the finals.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first, babe, scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. Giannis being absent is an 8.
Okay, explain.
So, I know that this can be done, in retrospect, that they've been down this road before, like Lone Wolf has said, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, Giannis is the glue to making this puzzle really, really work.
Mm-hmm.
The intensity of this game has increased 10-fold, 100-fold. It's not the same game. Like we all know, they've gotten 10 times more physical. This is not the same game. And from what I'm seeing, these refs is just letting them play.
Like they always
They
play.
are letting them play. Okay.
Put the whistle away.
So you can't you can't have, you know what I'm saying, in this case where you're losing your super big, your ultimate big. It one of the most pivotal points of the playoffs. Like it's super early. And then you have somebody like Jimmy Butler, who, as long as he's having a good day, that alternator is on. He goes like the Energizer Bunny, and he don't stop. And he's great in the clutch. He's a great clutch player.
Top 5 in clutch
in
this year.
the fourth. So that's something we have to consider, because Milwaukee, although as long as Chris Middleton, again, we had this conversation earlier, is healthy, the Bucks are injury riddled. They are known for it. They have problems with it. And the Heat has kind of been hemming and hawing at it, but generally speaking, they do pretty well. Now, like we said, Victor Oladipo has to step up to the plate. Big time.
No question.
Big time. And what's his name? Strus. Strus, you need to step up to the plate. You had an amazing playoff debut.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need their play-in debut. So you need to go ahead and keep up that good work. And if he can, he's gonna be. I think he is gonna be the game changer between Victor Oladipo and Strus. I see that. But I feel like there are going to be some key points for keeping the Heat into some contention, especially if Strus can continue to shoot out the gym like he was the other day. I feel like the Heat are very, very, very hungry, but I feel like the Bucks have the skill set, and they've been there. They know it. They've tasted it. They know what it takes to get there. But I feel like one of those pivotal points, people, is Giannis, and Giannis is like glue. And I feel right now they're kind of scrambling. And like you said, if Brook Lopez don't step up to the plate, the Bucks are gonna have some problems. And if they don't stay healthy, they're gonna have some problems. These little guys might beat the hell out of them. I feel like they're gonna outpace them. We're gonna see some more falls. We're gonna see some more injuries, and the Bucks can't take another injury. That's all I'm gonna say. Jesus. Okay.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, with Giannis being out, I'm actually in the middle. I'm like a 5. Because I'm not really concerned because of the fact, like you said, we've seen them play without Giannis throughout the season, and they did pretty well as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I don't think they need him for game 2. Give him another couple of days off and let him get ready in Miami. Because you're going to need that. I'm not going to rush him back unless he is 100% clear to play. You've seen him. The back is not a problem. That's my only way of him playing game 2. If you have concerns with him in game 2, sit him out. Because you're going to need him in Miami. Because like I told y'all before, some road players don't travel like they do when they're at home. But your star does. So I know Giannis is going to show up in Miami. So if he's not really healthy enough to go, even though he says he is, sit him down for game 2 and let Drew, Chris, and Brooke, and Bobby, and everybody else. Because I believe they have enough others to knock out their star.
Mm-hmm.
They have enough others to knock out one star. Because that's all Miami has, is one star.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of others,
Mm-hmm.
but one star. They have 2 stars and a bunch of others.
Yeah.
That 2 can beat that 1, they're going to split. Now, also the reason why I said is also in the 5 as well, because I'm also complacent. Because losing Giannis is also losing rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's a key part of why, again, like I said, when you want to win a championship, your shooting is going to stay there. Because remember, last year, they were what? One of the top teams in shooting and top teams in threes.
Mm-hmm.
But they were also one of the better teams in defensive efficiency, rebounding, and blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And Giannis was a real reason why, outside of probably Brook Lopez, he was one of the real reasons why they were like that. And having a guy like Giannis that can go out and space out and guard 1 through 5, especially the way Miami plays, because they don't have a real significant big, having Giannis play against Bam to give Brook Lopez a break, huge for them. Because when you saw when they sit Brook Lopez down and they put Giannis as the 5, they're even better on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you got a guy that can really space out and can really make you work for a bucket. You don't have that anymore. Now you're going to rely on guys like Bobby, like you said, Bobby Portis to do that. Can he handle that for another game? We're going to have to see, because now Bobby's going to have to put his big boy draws on and get into it, and you're going to have to play a 30 to 35 minute game. So we're going to see how game 2 is going to be for them. But like you said, Tyler Hero loss, that's huge. That's more of a bigger impact right now than it is for Giannis and Milwaukee. That Tyler Hero loss is big, because not only you're losing a point guard that can dish out the ball, you're also losing a guy that can give you almost 20 points, which is also the extra help that Jimmy needs. So, like we've all agreed, I believe all of us in agreement, this is a time where Victor Oladipo needs to answer the bell. He needs to look at Eric and say, Eric, start me in game 2. I'm not going to let you down. Because Victor has been in the playoffs before, and he knows how it is when you need that extra bounce.
Mm-hmm.
And he can be that extra bounce that can either give Miami hope for them to go home and have a split on their hands, and they know that they can keep up with them, or even better, be up 2 and have a chance to do something that no one ever thought that could be done. We can see. We're going to see. But having 2 days off for Giannis, I think is good. But if I think knowing Bud like we do, we know we want him to play. But if he feels like the guys can handle it without him, I think they'll let him sit him down for game 2, just as a precaution. Because game 3 and 4, like they said, like Stephen A. loves to say, it's different when you got to go to South Beach. The environment is different
the sin.
South Beach.
The sin. The sin that's down there.
A
lot of sin. A lot of sin.
Look, and you got 2 extra days.
Yeah.
Before you even play a game there.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't even go outside.
Don't go outside.
Look, it's Miami in April. You're going to go
outside.
Let's add one more thing. That is the state with one of the highest top 3 transmission rates for COVID, although COVID is in most people's mind over.
First of all, Florida has always been the hot state that will never change. But we're just talking about right now when it comes to them. I know COVID is going to play is always going to play a role, especially now. But we're just talking about right now, just being out in the city for 2 days. You don't really doing nothing. All you're doing is practice. And next thing you know, it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You're done for the day.
You got time and opportunity.
Exactly. And that's all it's going to take. Time and opportunity. Get ready for the next game. And next thing you know, a team might get blowout because they went out partying the night before.
Don't be like
it's
Ja.
Miami. It's Miami.
Don't be like Ja.
Hey.
Yep.
So now, while we was here talking all in this game, there was a game going on. Currently, the Clippers at first had like a 20, 30 point lead. It is now 95-92.
95-94.
Oh, Phoenix down 1.
Yep.
Phoenix managed to fight back. So, as I watch this 4th quarter here going on, what will the story be once this game over? The Clippers blew a lead, or the Suns woke up?
Suns
both.
Both. Suns woke up, and right now the Suns are back up at 1. I look at the stats. Hello, how you doing, Russell Westbrook? You look good with your like you got your shorts and shirts like you're going to the beach. Why you got 7 points right now and 7 rebounds and 6 assists?
Because Kawhi Leonard is being the cyborg that he is.
I talk about Kawhi.
No, I'm saying you're asking why he has 7 points. Because the cyborg is being who he is. That's why.
Okay. So, like, Kawhi got 32 points. I'm not worried about Kawhi. But I'll give shout out to Zubac. 12 points, 13 rebounds currently.
Well, you see why he got the 12 points off the rebounds.
All the rebounds. But we all know what Kevin Durant do. We all know that Devin Booker can do. But I am surprised. I am the most shocker is Mr. Craig. Okay. 19 points. 19 points. And 19 points pretty good. Oh, by the way, Kevin Durant is only one rebound away from having a triple-double.
Yeah.
So by the way, but Chris Paul, we know your role. 5 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. You know your role.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know your role. So it's about the Suns woke up.
I think it's the combination of both. Because at one point it looked like Clippers was going to just walk. But I know how Phoenix are, and I know how when you have 2 guys who are alpha, I wouldn't even say alpha. You have one alpha leader and just one guy that can just get you a bucket no matter how it looks, no matter how bad he looks. He just always gives you that bucket to start everybody else. That's Kevin Durant. And when you have Chris Paul, mind you, 9 rebounds from Chris Paul, huge. That's normally Aiden's rebounds right there. But when now you got Chris Paul going out there and he's dishing it out like he used to, don't matter about the points. He's making the rebounds his points. Because those rebounds for Chris Paul is huge. We haven't even seen Chris. I don't think this entire year I haven't seen Chris Paul get more than 6 rebounds. So for him to go into the playoffs in his first game and get 9 with 8 assists, huge. This is what, as the floor general, you need to be. That's the floor general. That's the true definition. You get your points every now and then when you get your call, but if you grab the boards, slow the pace down, and reset the offense, and get them into strides and play defense, that's the true definition of a floor general. Because once you got guys like Devin Booker, who's a walking bucket, just as it is as Kevin Durant. And let me tell you something about Torrey Craig. This is what Craig did last year when he was in Denver. He did this last year when he was coming off the bench. But now he's a starter. Craig is not a bad player. Craig just needed a team just to give him that push. And I thought it would work out in Denver, but when they made that trade, I said, okay, this is a great pickup for Phoenix because now they got a guy that, if he wants to, can give you a bucket. And 19 points for him is great. His issue is he's got 5 fouls. That's the big problem. Now, when Craig is off the court, now they lose a guy that's another wing defender that can slow down, keyword, slow down Kawhi Leonard. Not attack him, but try to slow him down. Because no matter what, and I figured this was going to happen anyway, everybody was worrying about, why Kawhi taking all these low managements. Now you see why. You talking about, Kawhi Leonard need to guard the best player. This is why he don't. He needs to guard the secondary player. So when it's time for moments like this, in which he's showing up with 32 points, efficient 32 points, this is why you need a guy like Kawhi Leonard. And this is why you deal with the headache that goes along with him throughout the season. Because as long as you give him a chance in the playoffs, he's going to play every minute. He's played like majority of the minutes tonight. And he's giving you 32 points.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just imagine if he wasn't hurt like he was.
So, Lonnie.
Yes.
You got some, we got some guys that's about to take the ice tomorrow to go for that.
Hold on 1 second. I got to bring my theme out a little bit.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
The playoffs is here.
Well, thank you. I didn't see that coming, but that fits perfectly. So, Lone Wolf, we got some juggernauts that's trying to go for this Stanley Cup, but there's one big juggernaut that everybody trying to bring down. So, give us the scoop. What we have for this year's Stanley Cup?
Well, for starters, we got the Bruins versus the Florida Panthers.
That'll be done in a week.
I'm about to say the exact same.
Hold a second. You said Bruins in what?
In a week.
4.
In a week.
4.
In a week.
Yeah.
When I say in a week, that means 4.
4.
1 week.
I don't trust Sergei Bobrovsky.
Broom.
Next up is Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning.
That might go 6-7 games.
Yeah. Tampa's trying to get a revenge from last year, but it's got to start on a hard note and playing Toronto.
And Toronto is pretty good from what I've been seeing.
Can the old people come back and make one more run?
So what you got?
I'll take Tampa in 6. I'll give Toronto a chance, but I'll take the experience.
I'll give Toronto a chance, but give me the Lightning in 6 too.
Yeah,
I don't think they want to go back to Canada in a game 7.
I am taking Tampa in 6 as well. The reason why being is Maple Leafs have the moments where they start slow and then they pick up the pace. Pick up the pace as the game goes. Can't do that against
last year.
You can't do that against Steven Stamkos. You still got Velasquez. You still got Victor Hedman. You still got Nikita Kucherov. You can't do that. You can't do that against these top players. So I think Tampa will win that series in 6.
Didn't Tampa do this last year? They started off.
Yes. They won in 6 last year.
They better learn their lesson early.
Next up is This is a intriguing matchup. Carolina Hurricanes versus the New York Islanders.
Carolina was one of the favorites to win it all during the beginning of the season. Even though Boston was still on a roll, Carolina was right behind them. And then the Islanders, they picked up right after the trade deadline.
So what you got?
I'm going to go with the Wave and go with the Islanders in 7.
Ooh.
I'll take the Wave. I'll take New York to go in 7.
Chef?
I don't trust the Islanders. The end.
I'm not paying right now. I'm not gonna argue.
To tell you the truth, wait a minute, let me put my volume down. To tell you the truth, this might go in 6, maybe 7, but the Hurricanes is going to win this series. Reason being is they'll win some home games, and they might steal one in Brooklyn. But the second round is going to be the kill shot.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. That's the key. If they can get one in Brooklyn, Carolina's going to win the series.
And now, next matchup is your New Jersey Devils, Rob, taking on the New York Rangers.
You know where my heart lies. We ain't got to discuss it.
How many games do you think you're going to take out the Rangers?
I still believe we're going to take out the Rangers. Don't get me wrong, making that trade was huge on their part. But just like with Phoenix right now, can this trade is enough and they'd have enough chemistry to get into the playoffs? This is Jersey's first time in a long time we made it through this. So I'm going to roll with my Jersey. I'm rolling with Jersey. I haven't fell off of them. I'm not leaving them. Nothing's going to make me change my mind about the Rangers against the Devils. Devils in 6.
And by the way, the games begin in New Jersey.
Yep. Devils in 6.
Chef?
I hate a Dolan team. I'm sorry. I hate the Dolan team.
Patrick Kane went to the Rangers. Ever since then, the Rangers been a different team.
Excuse me.
Give me the Rangers in 7.
Okay. Do I need to wolf myself?
Shuriken,
Possibly.
good goaltender. Valesky is not Valesky. We had the guy with the Capitals. The problem I got with the Devils is they're young, but experience and talent beats the key. So Rob, go ahead and wolf yourself.
And that's okay.
Oh, don't worry. Oh.
Rangers in 7.
Oh, she delivered. Oh, that one literally delivered a child.
Yeah.
So
we're going to the West now.
That represents us. We're kids.
Got you. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Now we're going to the West, where Colorado, the reigning defending Stanley Cup champions,
got you.
will have the run against Seattle Kraken.
Oh, the surprising team that no one thought after 3 years can make a play to the playoffs. Oh, and they have a date with the champs. I'm not going to say it's going to take a week, but it'll take a week and 3 days.
So what you saying?
I'll say the champs survive in 5.
Give me the champs in 6.
I agree. Give me Colorado Aris a 6, and here's why. We don't know what's the stats between Makar, Lincoln, and their captain. And we know that Andrei Burakovsky will not be there in the series. So Colorado is fixed.
Who is he?
He plays the center. He used to play for Colorado, and now he plays for Seattle.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that left when they had everybody, when they were trying to get everybody back.
And he also won a Stanley Cup with Washington.
Yeah,
I know. I was sitting there enjoying myself.
So that's why Seattle was on this run. They had that one guy in the experience that can get them through, and especially in a series like this would have been perfect for him to see it. But since he can't be able to play, champs in 5. I say champs in 5. Y'all say champs in 6. We're still in the same ballpark. Champs is still going to advance.
Next matchup, Dallas Stars take on the Minnesota Wilds.
No matter whoever wins this game, no matter what, they're gonna have a bad matchup with the champs.
I agree, but if you want me to pick quick, why do I like the Stars in 7?
Why am I in that same boat with you? For some odd reason, I never trust the Stars. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with them. They were one of the teams that they were ones that I thought that if they had everything going, they could have knocked out Colorado sooner than we think. But they could never put it together at one time. It's always like in spurts. And I don't like that with Dallas. I've never liked that. But does Minnesota has home field?
No, Dallas do.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota on the road. I'll take them in 6. I'm skeptical with them on 7, but I'll take 6. Minnesota 6.
This is a tough matchup. And let's be honest, I didn't want to pick the series at all, for real.
I bet you didn't.
I did not want to pick the series. I did not want to pick the series at all.
Sorry, but you're gonna have to, sir.
But I'm gonna have to.
It's your sport. Your sport. You put us into this. We picking.
Right.
So hey,
Yeah.
Poison.
Let's put it this way. Too many injuries the Wild have, and Marc-Andre Fleury is getting old. Stars in 6.
Okay.
Okay.
You lone wolfing yourself on that one.
I went Stars.
All of us went Stars.
I went Stars.
All of us went Stars.
Oh, okay.
Now, this next matchup, the Vegas Golden Knights takes on the Winnipeg Jets.
The Jets are very surprising. I had no clue that the Jets were.
That one I have to think about from what.
Yeah, I didn't think they were.
That one I gotta think about. The Jets I gotta think. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think they were this good.
Now, from what I've been playing, I've been playing their shots on goal. I've been playing a little bit of some of the hockey. And this is what I saw this year from Winnipeg. They have games where they will beat you. And then they'll have games where they suck. But the game that you don't think they suck is the one that they usually beat you at.
Exactly.
So with Winnipeg, I really don't want to go with them in this series because I trust the Golden Knights because of their championship, because they've been in the playoff and they're proven. So I'm going to go out on a tiny limb, and I said I think the Vegas Stars is going to have a little tiny bit of a hard time, and it might go 7. But give me the Knights.
I'm with you on the Knights as well. I think ever since that championship run, they've been finding different ways to reboot themselves, and I think they finally found the recipe to do it. Problem is they're playing against a team that is very, very streaky. Because once Winnipeg is on, they're on. It's hard, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the first time in a good while that we have 3 teams from Canada that's in the playoffs together.
Mm-hmm.
You got Toronto, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. So this is the first in a while that we've had 3
We had
teams.
one.
Toronto in there.
We had one before that. I remember we had one with Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, and Edmonton.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I thought the Maple Leafs are playing Tampa.
They are. But I'm talking about Canada teams.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Toronto, Winnipeg, and Edmonton, right?
As of right now, yeah, that's the only
That's
Canada team
it. We got
representing.
3 teams in Toronto. This is the first time I've seen it in a while. But when you said about Calgary, I was like, oh, I remember that year when Calgary made it. But even then, it was still surprising. But yeah, I'll take Vegas. Vegas, they still have the experience. Plus, with the youth, they've added on to it. I think, like you said, too much of Winnipeg being so streaky, it could bite them now, especially in a 7-game series when you have these breaks. I'll take the Knights. I'll take them in 6.
My concern with both teams, Vegas have injury problems going coming in, and we don't know if they're going to be available for the series. Winnipeg, on the other hand, they're inconsistent. That's a fact.
That's a statement.
And I'm talking experience.
That's a statement.
Next one, but I think the Knights will take it. But I think they're gonna be working for it. Knights in 7.
All right, that's what I said.
They want to earn this series. And last but not least, Edmonton Oilers taking on the Los Angeles Kings.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Why?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I already there's nothing to talk about.
Well, it is for me because I want to hear you guys' opinion on this one.
This
is the most.
What you got, Chef?
When it comes to it, it's arguably the most intriguing one out of all of them.
No, it's not.
What you got, Chef?
In case you don't know, there's a commandment. I don't bet against number 99, number 97. 97? Number 97! That boy there? That boy there? That's all I'm going to say. Number 97, that got a C on his chest, that had over 150 points this season. Okay? That guy that does shit that no other hockey player can do. That boy and them in 5.
Ooh.
6 the most. Won't pass 6. They're on a mission.
Yeah, they want to right the wrong from last year because last year they were supposed to be one of the dominant teams and they didn't make it.
Coulda, woulda, but they learning.
I know they had to learn it the hard way, and I believe the hard way of learning is by going through experience. And I believe the experience from last year is going to carry over for this year, and I think they're going to learn their lesson early by destroying a team early so you can have time to rest and get ready for the next series. I will take Edmonton as long as they keep it in 5. If they got to go 6 and 7, they ain't learned their lesson. But Edmonton will win that series. Just don't be surprised if we see the GOAT in both games, in both of their games.
In case people don't know what the chef was talking about, there's a guy by the name of Connor McDavid.
Yes, Lord.
That's that guy. That boy
that,
there.
That guy.
That boy. That boy. That boy right there.
And I gave
that. Yeah.
And I gave Chef the commandment.
Oh, I followed it.
And the commandment is, and Rob, you can follow the commandment. What's the commandment, Chef?
Thou shalt not bet against number 97.
And you think I'm going to bet against him?
Nope.
See, when you come to Edmonton, this is what you're going to hear. It's going to be loud at Rexall.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
that's a very
that
loud
loud.
ass horn.
Fellas, while we keep going, I'm gonna put this on the big screen. Right now, it is 110 to 108. Westbrook is at the free throw line.
Oh my Lord, Jesus.
He's already made one already, and he's going for a second.
Well, I can help you with it. There you go.
There you go. But Edmonton is 6.
There you go. I got you right now. You can turn your camera back. I got it right there, live coverage.
Oh,
right
he
there.
made the second.
Yes, he did.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Now it's
111 to 108.
17. Now it's 17.7 seconds and no shot clock. Well, since we like to do interruptions and they're on a commercial break, who y'all think should get the ball last?
Durant.
Who you think should take the shot?
Book him.
Well, it won't be a book end. It'll be a book over time.
And by the way, I want y'all to go on DraftKings tonight or wherever you get a chance to. I have a funny feeling. Put some capital on number 97. I think they're going to come out there and win it all. I'm picking the Oilers to win it all.
Really?
Well, you said, as you said, they're on a mission from last year. And that mission last year was to win the Stanley. And they were one game away from making it to that finals.
It sure was.
Yep. So, Chef asked me to explain why I picked the Oilers to win the game. Here's why. Avalanche is banged up with injuries, and you don't know what they're going to get out of the deal from the West. I don't trust the Stars when you get to the second round, and I don't too much care about Vegas. On the East side, Bruins will meet their fate either in the second round or the conference final. Rangers, they'll meet their fate in the second round. And the Hurricanes will meet their fate in the second round because their leading scorer is gone with ACL. So this is Edmonton's time to shine.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I was about to see what's going on, but they got a timeout. Evidently, they didn't like what they see in the inbound.
Well, if Edmonton and Colorado plays the way they do, that second round matchup could determine who goes back.
So that's the difference. And keep in mind, the Bruins do have the curse. Well, because fun fact, 28% of the team that won the President's Trophy go on to win the cup.
28%?
28%.
Lord. Ouch. Talking about your odds.
So, and the 2014 Chicago Blackhawks still holds that record. As won the President's Trophy and won the Stanley Cup.
And that Blackhawks team was just dominance. That's a different kind of dominance.
Yeah, that was Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane,
Duncan Keith, Corey Crawford, Brett Seabrook.
Yep, from top on down, there was nobody you can do with that Blackhawks team.
Dustin Buffalo, they call him Buff Daddy.
All right, hey, let's listen in here. Okay. Booker with the ball. Booker drive it in.
Wow.
Oh, blocked by Westbrook. And the ball is to Clippers.
Great defense
by Russ.
Great defense by Russ.
10.1.
Great defense by Russ.
Eric Gordon got fouled.
Wow. What a block. And the get back to it and get it off your knees. Great defense by Russ. Ooh. Great defense by that man. Wow. Great defense.
And guess what? Hey. He can seal the deal.
All he needs is one. And there it is. That's game.
That's game.
That's game. Clippers come into Phoenix and steal one. Russ said, y'all keep talking about me. I'm going to shut the world up today. Guard the best player, had the ball, got the block, and the defensive play.
5-point game. Suns got to go quick and hope for a miracle now. Westbrook just lets Booker go. He lays it in.
What a dick. What a dick. I love it.
Kawhi Leonard goes for 38. 13 in the fourth quarter. Russell Westbrook, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and he picked up his third block, which was the moment as the officials.
Wow.
Can't talk about Russ tonight.
Paul picked up the.
Not talk about Russ tonight.
Well, I wonder what Skip gonna say tomorrow. He can't say nothing bad about Russ tomorrow.
Nah. And he can't say nothing bad about Kawhi either. 40 points. A 40 piece.
This is what Kawhi was doing. This is what Kawhi's saying right now. Here it is.
Where are you sitting at?
Kawhi is laughing.
Wow.
But now do you understand why I said, even though the Clippers, they said, with all the headache, all the drama, all the treatment that he got, this is why they got him here. But that moment right there, still a game in Phoenix, and Russ with the unbelievable 2-part play. Get the block, tap the ball before it goes out of bounds to Devin Booker's foot, and it goes out of bounds, Clippers ball. Now that's the Russell Westbrook that we know.
Yep.
Good job, Russ, and good job to the Clippers. Also, outstanding job as usual by Mr. Playoff, aka Claw Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, and by the way, shout out to the bench too of the Clippers. Noah Powell came off 14 points off the bench.
Okay.
Was it just me, or did the Clippers look better without Paul George?
They look better without Paul George.
Okay, I thought I wasn't the only one that saw it.
No, they look better without Paul George. I think Paul George needs to sit this one out if he wants to survive this series.
But as always, we know Phoenix is not going to let that ride on game 2, so.
No, they feel him come back with a vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, the next game is about to come on. And I know we didn't have a chance to go to the state of the franchise, which we're actually going to have a chance to get to because the draft is actually
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So, 2 weeks from now. Interesting. And so, what do we say? Next show, we focus in on the fate of the franchise, being that it will be almost 1 week away. And we will finish up the whole state of the franchise series for the last couple of divisions we didn't cover.
Yeah, because these ones that we didn't cover are possibly the ones that we gotta cover anyway.
Yeah.
These divisions could make or break. Like these teams right here, they could either make them into the playoffs or back in the shitter going into.
I know we did the AFC East and the NFC East. We did the AFC North and the NFC North. We did the AFC South and the NFC South. So the only thing we're missing is the
West, ain't it? The West of
yes.
the NFC.
Yes.
No, we did NFC. We already did AFC West. So
No,
we
the
do
NFC West.
Oh, so
NFC
we have
West.
yeah, which is very interesting because that
And
is
that's the one. And that's the one we need to go. That's the one we need to go.
and what's crazy is that can be the one interesting one that can be I don't know how to call it. It could be it could go a whole lot of ways in that division. But I will say that this playoffs will be very intriguing to watch. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Denver game going. But y'all, your prediction will be for this Denver series is
Nuggets 6.
Same.
It shouldn't pass 6. It shouldn't pass 6.
It's gonna pass. It's gonna go to 6.
It shouldn't pass 6, but I'll give it 6. I'll give it 6.
The stopping point.
Yeah, it shouldn't pass 6. But before we get out ahead, Lone Wolf, you got some important news.
I don't know if you ever heard a guy named DJ Atkinson or
Who won?
Clippers.
Yeah, anybody heard a guy named DJ Atkinson or Atticus?
Name sounds familiar, but I need more description.
He's a YouTuber. He's YouTube podcast. He do DJ. He's DJ.
Okay.
Oh, you spell it?
Hold on a second. Let me pull it up for you. I'm about to be off camera for a hot minute.
Okay.
Here we go. AKADEMIKS.
Oh, DJ Academic?
Academics, yeah.
Oh. You heard of DJ Academic? Okay.
Well, this is going to show you that he signed with a contract with somebody named under a Rumble contract. But here's the problem. Rumble is a right-wing media. Which means they associate with MAGA.
Ain't the head of the table of that situation supposed to be soon to be in cuffs or go jail?
Yeah, but there's a guy who is a contributor to Rumble by name of Dan Bongino. If you watch Fox News, you'll see Dan Bongino. He's a right-wing hack. So DJ Academics decided to sign with Rumble with a lot of money. And there's one reason why he wants to sign. One reason why Rumble wants him. Because they want all the black males and the blacks in general to basically get numbers up. So it's almost like a voting.
So he's only doing that to basically promote the white wing.
Basically, he's getting pimped. if you look at it from a certain standpoint, he's getting pimped off the platform.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really care about right-wing people, because they ass need to go ahead and go straight to hell. So, I am actually gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here and proceed to watch this series. Because just to let y'all know, even though this series the ball probably gonna go off at 1 a.m, I'm just letting y'all know I'm staying up to watch this game. So I will probably be up for a while, and I don't mind that because I like to have live coverage. So until next week, same day, probably same time, definitely same channel. You know, let's continue our survival road.
Sending this one out to my city and my
you
team.
know,
Get that ring.
people getting injured now. There's upsets going on. Upsets might be brewing. We don't know. But I know that for these 2 sports that we're watching that's about to be playoff time, we guarantee to see upsets. Just don't let it be you, because your franchise might end up being in shambles in the offseason. But unfortunately, they only got 2 trophies, and it can only be going for 2 teams. Sucks, ain't it? Oh well, that's the nature of sports. We getting the hell out of here. It's Chefrazzi, that's Lone Wolf, that's the El Champion. We out of this piece. See you later. Ciao for now.